everyone, Bando here with another video of mine, and today we do have the Qav-ULX in our hands, and as you can see here, we have the FR Sky X4-R in our hands. So here's it. This is not an unboxing video, just gonna take all the parts out. The parts we need is the X4-R itself and this connector for our S port. So pretty dope. And the first step is to take this casing off because we are not going to be using this casing. So take the whole thing off. Now this receiver is S-Bus, so it's a digital protocol, so it's going to be nice and fast for you guys. So here it is, unboxed, out from its sleeve, out from its home. Yeah, I'll see you guys outside when we're going to be desoldering all the pins and then removing the pins off. So yeah, I'll see you guys back outside. Alrighty, so I got my X4-R on my helping hands, nice piece of kit, and I got your desoldering wick. Just cut that off, the part that had already soaked up your solder. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be soaking up solder today. So soak the solder up just like so. Put it right over the pad and soak that stuff up. So as you can see right here, the solder has been all sucked up, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's all sucked up. So yeah, you want to suck up all the solder and all of these pins, and then I'll see you guys back inside when we will be actually connecting and mounting our X4-R. So yeah, I'll see you guys back inside when you got all the pins unsoldered. Alrighty, so as you can see, I got my nice X4-R all soldered up, and as you can see, I depinned these three pins because that is where we're going to be soldering on our servo cables. So speaking of servo cables, we need to cut them, but first we need to fit them. So that means, again, you have to take these screws out. Actually, maybe that's not a good idea yet, but we're going to be putting this plate on, these spacers on, and then a line of sight top plate. So dump some out, or I guess all of them, and then unscrew all of them, putting pressure on the board because you don't want it to move around. It just makes the building process easier. And then release slowly. And then now you want to put the screws through here, the line of sight quad or front plate, and then flip it over like so, and then put these spacers in like so. Now this is going to be quite challenging, but you have to lower these guys in without having the spacers fall out and die. Alright, so I got all the spacers out already. What a success. So now you can screw these guys all the way in. So you can use your screwdriver. As you can see, I'm not using Loctite again because nylon will do no good with Loctite. As you can see, ta-da, this is how it will look like, the finished product, but we need to have the receiver on. So the receiver will be mounted like so, like that for you guys. Mount it all the way on the edge, and then cut your wires. So take a deep breath and take a snip. There you go. Alright, so now you can put these wires away, and all we need is your servo wires. and then just strip these wires and twist it. You want to twist it as much as you can to get rid of those air pockets. That is, as I said 100 times, flaws in the solder joint. So yeah, I'll see you guys back outside where we're going to physically solder these things onto the X4-R. So yeah, see you guys back outside. Alrighty, so I'm back outside. Let me turn this light for you guys. There you go. Back outside and got my soldering iron hot again. And God put solder on the wires itself. So like always, just a tiny bit of solder. Just like so. Just like so. And then you can take this, and how we're going to configure it is we're going to be configuring it, this being this one is going to be the, what is it called, the signal, and then the plus, and then the negative. And yeah, you want to do that. You want to solder the pins into all the signal, the red, and the minus. So you want to do that for all your ESCs. I mean, for all the pins. And yeah, I'll see you guys back inside where we're going to be setting up the S port. So you want to solder the, what is it called, the things together. And then actually, before we can do that, we can plug everything in and actually bind the X4-R to the Taranis. So yeah, I'll see you guys back inside. Alrighty, so as you can see, I got my thing all soldered up. It fits perfectly. So now we can actually take these screws off, because we will be using SmartPort to get telemetry, and we actually need to solder we need to actually solder the wire to the Lux flight controller. So I'm just going to take these screws off, just like so. Make sure you take all of the things off, because we will be mounting that S port on. So what you can do now is put it on just like so. Sorry for the background noise, it's my idiot sister. And then you need to find T2. So T2 is all the way in the back, so we're actually going to need a lot of space. So before we do that, we can take our hobby knife, just like so, lift the tab up and then pull it out. So push the cable in, and then with your knife, lift the tab up and push it off, just like so. So now all we're going to be needing is our yellow cable for our actual, what is it called, S port. So just take all the wires off except for the yellow one, and that's the one for farthest to the right, and that's for S port to get telemetry from the X4-R. Cut this, and let's feed this wire into this Velcro slot, like so. You guys can see that. So it looks something like that. So let's fix this. So it looks something like that, like so. And then you can just cut this, oops, you can just cut this wire off like so. So now you can unscrew all of this stuff off, and then I'll see you guys after and then we can actually cut and precisely trim the wire itself. Alrighty, so I got all the screws off, and something behind the scenes, I put some hot glue on what's it called, these leads right here, and that basically prevents anything from basically touching the or hot glue is an insulator, so it basically helps with insulating, so nothing touches the leads and nothing will short. So now, just fit it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I guess that will be good. And you want to strip the wire. So, and now, yeah, there you go. So, I'm gonna twist the wire again, like always. And this, we're going to be soldering it onto the T2 right here, just like so. So, see you guys back outside. We're going to solder the T2 onto the SmartPort, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys back outside. Alrighty, so I'm back outside. Got my soldering iron. Got the solder on. Put some solder on. And you want to put the solder on the wire. So wick some solder on, like so. And then you actually want to put solder on the T2 pad itself. So as we did the ESCs, just simply add some solder to that blob. And then I'm gonna take our T2. Sorry, that's kind of hard for you guys to see that because it's night right now. In fact, so take your wire and then on the T2 line, dab it out just like so. So yeah, really easy, right? So it's all soldered on. These pads are soldered together. So yeah, I'll see you guys back inside where we're going to be putting heat shrink on this guy. Actually, first we're going to bind it and create a new model on Taranis. So yeah, see you guys back inside. Alrighty, so we are back inside and we actually need to bind the X4-R to the Taranis itself. So let's go and turn the OpenTX, yeah. And we're gonna hit the menu button and scroll down. I got the Qav 5-inch Reciever and then all these models. So right here, I'm gonna delete this model and then delete it. And then right here, I'm gonna create a new model. And then we're gonna hit multi-copter right there, page, click page for all of them. Throttle is channel 1, roll is channel 2, pitch is channel 3, and yaw is channel 4. So that's all good to go. And press enter long to confirm. And then press page. And then now the model name. So let's see. You move through. Let's call this a Qav-ULX. So go to Q. There you go. So now, as you can see, if you press exit, it's Qav-ULX. So that's perfect. So now you can go to page, scroll up, and then this needs to be D16 right here. Channel 1 to 8, you can have it to 16 because this is S bus, so you can go up to 16. But go down to bind, and you want to, press bind right there, press enter. You want to hold this button. There's a button, the bind button, which is right here. So you want to hold it, hold the bind button, and then you want to plug it in just like so. So it's blinking, trying to bind it, and then you can release this, and then you can stop, and then turn it off, and then turn it back on. Fail safe warning. That's fine. Plug it back in, and as you can see, everything is good. So yeah, that's how you bind the how you bind the X4-R, and you can unplug it. Telemetry lost. Everything's good to go. So yeah, now you can put all the parts together and rebuild the whole thing. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. after I basically configured the whole thing. Alrighty, so it got it all built up, as you can see. And now what we need to do is to put the heat shrink on. So you just test fit it. So you just want to test fit it, like so. That's a good fit. And then put it right here. So cut it. So cut it. That's perfect. So feed the wires through, and then make sure the fit is good. Then heat shrink it all the way. That's perfect. So now it should look somehow like that. As you can see, good to go. Alrighty, so it's cooled down, and now what you can do is, this thing's still hot. My heat plate is still hot. What you can do is cut, because we did shrink over where we're supposed to put the S port, which is that thing right there. You can just cut it off. Alrighty, so I cut it all off, and let's see if it actually fits in. Yay, that's a success. It does fit in. Fits in just like so. Now we can take some double tape. So yeah, I'm gonna get my double tape first. Alright, so here's the double tape. You just wanna peel off some. That's good. Yeah, it's great thickness. Cut a thin piece of double-sided tape. Yeah. It's pretty hard to cut it. Just like so. And then you want to stick it on the bottom, right in the middle, in the center. Squeeze, and then you can peel it off. Alright, so it comes off like so. And then you want to stick it right in the middle. So, it doesn't have to be perfect, just eyeball it. Right in the middle. Just like so. So that's perfect. And then go ahead, take a zip tie that they provided. Right here, here's a zip tie. And then you want to zip tie it using these slots right here. Alright, so I got it through. Used my tweezers. And then you want to zip tie it in the middle. Right there's perfect. And then zip tie it down. Like so. And what I like to do is take pliers and tighten them using your pliers. Alright, so now it's time to mount the what do you call it? The antennas. So to do so, insert it like so. Like so. Bam. So it should look like that. And you can take some of your heat shrink and just rough measure it. Doesn't have to be, it can be red, black. This is just for support. We're going to have a full black one all over the whole antenna. But just do this first with a heat gun. And then, now that that's down, you can cut that. Bam. And then go through. There you go. Oh, I guess that worked out pretty well. Now it supports the whole frame. And then shrink that down. You want it to be nice and secure. Like so. So, slightly curved, that's fine. And yeah, very, very durable. So yeah, you want to do that for the other antenna, this one right here, and then I'll see you guys later after you do the other antenna, and then I'll outro this video. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for today's episode. As you can see, this is the final product and the final look of the Qav-ULX. There's only 2 more episodes, or 3 more episodes. There's the setup where we're going to program everything, and the Taranis, and the, what is it called? The final setup where we're just gonna go over all the parts and fit the battery down on here, and then we're going to do the maiden. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you have any questions or comments or need help with your Qav-ULX build, leave it in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. You know what really sucks? Is when your battery dies when you're playing liftoff, you know? And as you're flying, multiplayer, right, or like racing, vroom, 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 and then it keeps on saying, transmitter battery low, transmitter battery low, and it drives you nuts, and you end up always losing after. So I'm charging this one right there, see, I'm charging it. Those are all the cells. So yeah, it's gonna take a while because it's a 15 milliamp. It's a 1500 milliamp battery, so it's gonna take a while. Kind of sucks, but yeah. Do you guys like that video that I did for you guys? It was pretty dope, freshness. Dope freshness. I'm almost done with the series, I think. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.